And today I have the pleasure of inviting one of our CIP international graduates, Sharat Reenakuntla, one of our close students. He was one of our first 2 years after I left my Mohawk 2018 batch. He's an IT professional and he lives in Kitchener, Waterloo. He's from my home district of Warangal. That was where I did my schooling. My dad was posted as a public prosecutor. So, Sharad, thank you very much for joining the talk, International Graduate Review. At short notice, but you said yes, and I thank you very much. Do appreciate. Sharad, so can you introduce yourself? What is your current job?
Hi, my name is Sharat. I currently work as an DevOps engineer in Roche Hoffman. It's a Polish company, but it has a branch in Canada, and
Interesting.
it has many of operations in US as well. Yeah, and also I have graduated in 2015, and after that I have worked in
Yes.
Infosys
So, how long
for
have
three
you
years.
been working with this company as a DevOps engineer?
Um, it's more than 2.5 years.
More than 2.5 years, right?
Yeah.
So, the first question, it's a big challenge. I still remember, we used to live in the apartments nearby when you first came in. We spent a lot of time, going through the space, both of us. So, has Canada, coming to Canada, was it a correct decision? Was it a positive decision for you in your life?
Uh, at my for my situation, yeah, that is really a good decision for me. And also it helped me in progress, and also it gave me freedom in choosing what I need. Just the
Yes.
COVID gave me a hard time for going into other things, but yeah, but other than that, everything else was so positive for me after coming to
Yes,
Canada.
Sharath is a permanent resident of Canada and he studied at Conestoga College. So I think she will shortly be eligible to apply for your citizenship as well, right?
Yes, yes, and I do really even now remember on August 16th, 2018, I landed in Canada, and you picked up along with Sainath, and also I don't remember the third, but you came along to airport, picked us, and we had
Yes.
lunch on the way, and you dropped me near the Dune campus. I do remember everything.
Yes, yes,
That
it
was
was.
so.
We have a very close relationship with with many of our students, especially 2017, 18, and 19. We actually used to provide even for some intakes, we provided free accommodation, weekly accommodation as well, 1 week accommodation, and I used to go to the airport and pick up as well. It was
Yeah.
such a yeah, happy to see. I was just saying, Sharat, I've seen students when they land in, I see the updates. Then when they graduate, when they get their first cars, I see that. And Sharat, like Sharat, he recently got married, and I see the children, marriages and children. So Sharat recently got married. Congratulations, Sharat. When did you get your PR, Sharat?
I got in the last year in the month of May.
In
I
the
got
month
my
of
PR card in the May. Yeah, I got the card in May, but I got the PR in March, I guess, 2020.
March, right? Yes. You know, it it has been a very tough during the COVID. You graduated and you come from, so it's Sharath had a very interesting background. He's from mechanical engineering. Then he had few years of IT experience, but his heart was always in mechanical. So he came here, studied computer application development, and then second, he wanted to get back to mechanical, so he did process quality engineering. But eventually, he has a career in IT, right, Sharath?
Yeah, yeah. If COVID didn't give a hard time, I would have been in IT. Many people were asking me for experience in mechanical engineering, so I couldn't go back. Uh, but I landed in IT, but it is good.
Yeah.
Even in IT, it's
So,
good.
yeah. How do you like you since like me since the day you landed, you're living in Kitchener Waterloo. How do you like the city of Kitchener Waterloo and how was your experience in Conestoga College?
With respect to Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, it is so nice because it is not super top city like Toronto, but it is not a rural area. It is a well populated area. Or like it has good organizations like Blueberry, Google, and all those things. It is
Yes.
well developed. I
Yeah,
don't say it
Google,
is
the
not
Canada
super
main office,
secure.
Google is located in Kitchener-Waterloo, right? This is this.
Yeah.
I actually tell this is a Silicon Valley of Canada, Kitchener-Waterloo
Yes.
with Toronto,
Correct. Yeah.
right?
When I say it is so super big city like Toronto, because it is not so populated. Other than that, it is comparable to Toronto. The thing that I like here is
Much
population
safer,
is
I would say,
not
even
so much.
than Toronto, right?
Yeah, it's a lot safer than Toronto, and also the traffic is not so much. It's so nice.
Very
It's been
true. I
five
get
years.
irritated when I
Yeah,
go to Toronto, right? Driving around Toronto with all the traffic is such a pain. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's true. It's true.
So, so yeah, he recently got, he applied for spousal sponsorship and then he applied for his wife. She came here on visitor visa. Now she is here in Canada with him. And so how was your experience with Conestoga College, Sharath? Like you studied there. How was your experience? Finding part-time jobs for all the students, the first thing they ask is how did you get a part-time job? How long did it take? So how did you manage your studies at Conestoga College and your part-time job?
Actually, I was pre-planned even before landing to Canada. I have had prepared my part-time resume even before landing in Canada, and also after landing in Canada, I went to each and every store. I remember within 15 days, I given around 150 to 200 resume. I was work searching very rigorously, and it was not so difficult for me. After 15 days, those were the 15 days which I worked a bit more from my side. After that, I got a lot of calls for part times. I don't say there are less part time jobs. There are good amount of part time jobs in the area where I live. There are a lot of factories. The thing is, we need to uh, give our work and give our time for spreading our marketing our resumes and also applying online. If we do our part, we are having good amount of jobs.
That's good. So how long did it, how long did it take you to settle down in Kitchener-Waterloo? I think the first couple of months you were very confused, very worried, but like what are the challenges you faced and how long did it take you to feel comfortable here?
The good thing that happened to me is at once you dropped me in Kitchener on August 16th. On the same day night, I found a couple of Telugu people in front of my house, and they helped me much, like Sunil, Prashant,
Yeah,
and yeah, all those people, Suresh, all these people helped me out. They explained me the things easily, and also they took me to Sunil Anna. He took me to stores, saying we need to talk like this is the way we need to provide, give the resume here, we need to provide availability and all this. And even now I do all the things to each and everyone who reaches out to me as a student. I take them to the stores to purchase winter wears, and I take them to the banks because I know how it will be in the initial days. So I will take them to the banks for opening the bank account and taking them to Service Ontario for a SIN number, Service Canada for a SIN number, and all those things. Initially, it will be struggle because it is a new place. We don't know where all we need to reach out. But once we get all the basic things, what I mentioned now, we will be very comfortable. And also with respect to my part-time job, within 20 days, I got my first part-time job, and due to some restrictions, I couldn't continue my job because uh, I won't work much with meat earlier days. So I happened to leave that job, and after that, within a week, I got one more job. It
that's
wasn't
good.
not that difficult.
So your current job, Sharad, uh, you know, how you worked in India, you are working now in Canada as a DevOps engineer. So how do you see the work culture here, and how do you like being an IT professional here in India compared to what you had in India compared here to Canada?
By God's grace, the work culture wherever I've worked, it's very friendly. Even the work culture wise, even in India, I had a friendly environment and all are helping. But with respect to the kind of work we do in Canada, it is so learning kind of thing. uh, I would say, if suppose in India, when I was working in Infosys, it is a kind of repetitive job, we will be getting bored of it. But after coming here, it is every day it is a new job, and we will be getting ample amount of time for learning and doing all the jobs. Not like you need to do with this within this time, this point of time, or else you will be having some issue. We will be causing some issue from. So from management perspective, everything will be support you. They will give you enough time to learn and do everything.
That's good. So how is the IT industry? Yes, US has, Canada has a smaller population, 5 times smaller than the US. But relatively, considering that Canada is a small country, how do you see the IT industry and, the job opportunities here? And it's recession in US, in Canada, in India, it's all over the world. But in general, how do you see the IT industry here in Canada?
If we exclude the recession part, which is a little bit which is causing a little bit heat currently. Other than that, earlier before the recession time, the job opportunity was very very nice. But once the recession hit, like I mean, it is not a complete recession, but we are feeling a little bit of heat of that. Uh, Now it is a little bit uh, difficult to get calls um,
Usually around the new
vendors
year,
and
it is
all.
the budgets and new year hirings are freeze,
Yes,
but I think from February, March, things will pick
yes,
up. But again,
yes,
for all the people who are planning to come, by the time you finish your studies, things will be different, right?
correct. Yes, yes, that's true.
Yes. Yeah.
I am also hoping in February, even 2.5 years back when I was searching, it was a bit tougher time at the end of the year because I started at the end of the year. But after the budgets releases in the in February, the number of jobs and everything will be very nice.
Yeah. But again, remember, nothing is easy in life. When you're moving
Hmm.
from one country to another country, please be mentally prepared to work hard. And getting jobs for freshers, especially like, in India or everywhere, is going to be challenging. My advice to all international students who want to come go abroad, please have at least 1 to 3 years of work experience like Sharad, and that will really help you getting jobs, making a good career. And also from the PR perspective, people who have work experience from India, 1 to 3 years work experience, you will get additional points. There's a lot of complaint, people who are complaining here are students who are undergraduate. They come very early. Many from Punjab, Gujarat come here, and unfortunately, they do not have a skill set. And for them to get the PR is only through a PNP pathway, right? But for educated people who have 1 to 3 years work experience like Sharad, it is pretty much easy. You will easily hit after you finish your master's or a PG in Canada. After 1 year work experience with English skills, you'll be around 500. Your CRS score will be around 500, and pretty much straightforward process here, right? So,
Mm.
Sharat, what would you advise all the prospective people who are planning to come to Canada, IT professionals, and in general, right, students who want to come to Canada?
Uh, I would suggest to mentally prepare. It is not a cakewalk. Initially, it will be tough, but once you finish your studies and once you get a new job, a good job, it will be easier. As mentioned, nothing is easier. Nothing can be a cakewalk. It takes time, but coming to Canada is good. But as I mentioned, initially it takes time.
Yes, thank you very much, Sharat, for joining the talk. And thank you very much for supporting CIP. Sharat has his cousins and many friends he had referred to us. And thanks to people like Sharat, what CIP today is because of good people like Sharat and all our CIP students who have made us successful. So proud of you for all your achievements. I saw you from the day one you landed here from the airport and what you are today. And I hope you can buy a house shortly and you also can become a homeowner, and looking forward to some good news and more children. I think that's the next step in,
Yes, yes.
right?
And also thanks a lot for all the efforts and also all the help that you do. Even during the COVID, you have distributed a lot of service like rice, the whatever the minimum requirements that people need. You have provided them for free.
Yeah,
and
that was very
also
tough
in the
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes,
and
I
all.
remember we all standing on 435 Wilson. We were distributing the food in the parking lot and everywhere. It was
Yes, yes,
good
that's
times,
true.
but still, looking it was very difficult times, but it was good times, right? It was
Yes,
difficult, but
true.
still looking back, I think nice times with all of you guys. Thank you very much,
Mhm.
Sharath.
Thanks.